All right. So, welcome everyone. Hope that everyone is ready for the holidays this year. I know it's been really tough for so many people as families are not getting together due to the pandemic. If you are getting together with your families, of course, do be safe. But for many, these past few months have been really tough with feelings of anger, frustration, loneliness, sadness. And that's just the least to say. I know there's a lot of emotions and feelings running around in our environment and running through our minds and our bodies because I felt it myself. In November, we were celebrating a festival called Diwali. And I was so desperate, wanting to be around my family. And I've never felt that desperate. I've never seen myself feel that desperate. It was the wildest thing that I had observed within myself. And I called up my brother and I told him, I said, I'm coming over. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go over there because he was busy that weekend. But this year, excuse me, I really felt sad around the holidays. And for us, Diwali and New Year's, and then we have Thanksgiving and Christmas, like everything just runs together. And normally I do pretty well, but I never felt such desperation to see my family. So today we want to send all of you healing over the holidays and give you tips on what you can do to overcome the isolation, the loneliness, the emotions that you're feeling, and still have a joyous holiday. If you are just joining us, please do say hello and leave a comment if you're watching us here on Facebook or YouTube. Let me introduce myself. My name is Deepal Shah, and I'm the founder of anandaforlife.com, which means divine bliss for life. I am the host of the Global Gathering, and I help people find relief from pain. As a medical intuitive, I help the body come back into balance and harmony. Today, I have with me Dana, Tara, Katie, who are recommended healers at Ananda for Life. So if you're looking for sessions, be sure to reach out to them. So let me ask, how many of you, first of all, enjoyed the winter solstice yesterday? Did anyone see the Christmas star? Did you guys see the Christmas star? And of course, our viewers, I'm asking you guys too, did you guys see the Christmas star?
It was cloudy where I live. I couldn't see it.
Same here. Same here. I couldn't see it.
Hello,
Let's see if our
everyone,
viewers, sorry guys, let's see if any of our viewers who may be joining us has seen it. But while they chime in, was it cloudy where everyone was? Because that's how I
Um,
felt too.
my family, we went out and saw it, but it's cold here in Minnesota. So we just briefly looked and then headed in.
Oh, nice, nice. My husband's like, there's only a half a moon or a crescent moon, and I'm like, okay, but do you see anything round out there that looks like a star? I'm not sure what we're looking for. I know we're looking for Saturn and Jupiter. That's all I know. But I know maybe you felt the energies. Did you guys feel anything yesterday? Anything special? Anything that you observed within yourselves? Because I know it's an accelerated time of energies right now, especially as we're ending the year, and going into the winter where, I mean, I know lately, the last few days, I'm like, I just want to hibernate. I just want to be in my silence. I don't want to do anything. And so it's interesting. Every winter, I feel the same way, but this winter, I felt it so much stronger. What about you guys? Did you guys feel anything different this year than any other year? Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. For myself, I have been very tired and a lot of emotions have come up. So what I have been doing is in my little healing studio on Wednesday nights, we've been gathering and playing my singing bowls to help release and let all of our emotions that have been stored for years to let go of those.
How
But
beautiful.
my family has been kind of crabby and tired though.
Yeah.
So we've been working with essential oils and my bowls. I've been blasting them through our house to help everybody.
Yeah, well, it's interesting how, those who are light workers, empaths, sensitives, how they handle it, and then how our family members who are not on this spiritual journey handle it. It's interesting to see the two dynamics and the two spectrums. But what about you guys, Dana and Katie? Any observation on your end?
For me, also a lot of emotions have come up, and it's just such a different Christmas. We moved into this house a year ago. My husband built us a beautiful new home, and last year we had all of our family here, on my husband's side, and it was so fun. And we were baking cookies, and kids were camping out upstairs, and I'm just missing that so much. It's like, and it just feels so different and so isolated. And I can just tell people's emotions are just a little bit on edge, and we're just keep praying that we can all rejoin together with our families and share this joyous time of year.
Yep, and I agree. I agree. And I feel like the energies that surged up yesterday made it even more intense for a lot of people. And, supposedly, well, I guess as I was reading more about the solstice, and, there's two solstices that occur every year, and one's June 21st, and then, of course, the one we had yesterday in December. And I didn't realize this, but when I was reading, it's the Chinese people, they celebrate the winter solstice as like this massive festival. And it's related to the theory of the yin and the yang energies. And according
Mm.
to Chinese astrology, the yang symbolizes masculine and positive, and the yin has the opposite meaning. So the ancient people think from the winter solstice that the yin is at its peak and will disappear gradually as we go through the winter. But it was pretty cool when I read about that and how it's
Mhm.
celebrated by different people all over the world, just in different ways. Yeah, but Dana, did you sense anything?
Um, I family members that live with me were all over the place emotionally. I'm like, what is going on? Just very, and my husband was like, I don't know why I'm so he was just sort of he wasn't sad or anything, but he was just intense. Like everything that was he was so fired up. Like, and he said, I don't know why, I kept trying to ground him and say, let's just do a breathing exercise. He has a lot of energy anyway, but I was like, whoa, let's just try to bring this down. And he said, I know, I don't know why I'm so charged. Like he was really feeling the energies. And because when you were talking about spiritual work, like he hasn't quite learned yet what to do when he feels that. So I was trying to help him sort of like, let's let that go, let's breathe and ground and all that stuff. And he was like, thank you so much. But yeah, it was really interesting because I kind of watched him, and I was just really reflecting on that part of the solstice, kind of, yay, the days are going to start getting longer.
Right.
So, I was thinking, okay, turning point. I always love the winter solstice because it's like coming into it. Okay, check, check, check. Thank goodness the days start getting longer. Like I really celebrate that. Um, and I know we have a lot going on in the world, with the virus and everything. So it feels really good to we've hit that dark point in many ways here, and vaccines are coming, and also we're moving towards the light, and with the
Exactly.
solstice, so rebirth, spring. I mean, I know winter's just beginning, but I was reflecting on that and kind of just allowing space for that, the beauty of that to come in.
That's awesome because that's exactly what I was just gonna also mention, that winter solstice, for spiritual seekers is supposed to be about going within. Not like we haven't been doing that all year long this year since the pandemic started in March. But when the energies of the solstice are here, we need to embrace them and embody them. Maybe writing things down if you don't want to go deeper within, just letting things come up for you. And then meditation, of course, that's a great way to go in and probably the best thing to do, especially around any full moon, new moon, solstice. And for some of you who would like to share your shifts, if you're watching us or listening to us, please do share with us, because I definitely personally did feel very silent and peaceful over the last couple of days, and it's just been very expansive. And that's what we want. We want to be expansive, we want to be conscious, and that's what's going to help us get through these times, right? Because yeah, we are feeling fatigued, we are feeling tired, we are feeling overwhelmed, and it's that uncertainty and that level of unknown that we just aren't sure anymore as to where are we, where do we stand, right? Where are we in this world, and what's going to happen next? So, but there were all kinds of shifts happening. I know Shirley Singh says she saw the Christmas star on TV. Yeah, I watched it a little bit on the internet too, as they had the satellite showing it live, so that was pretty cool. But many of you right now are feeling, that loneliness. And I will tell you that the body is just connected to so much. Remember, with the seasons, our body changes too. So we have to pay attention to that, because we have the seasons within us. And right now it may feel very dark, but taking that time to go within, but it's the fruitful darkness and the silence out of which our soul's yearnings and new inspirations can eventually emerge. We spend so much time suppressing our emotions and hiding away our darkness because it's inconvenient, it's easy, it's uncomfortable. We make ourselves believe bad for feeling our emotions because we fear our own darkness. We are the ones who cut out our own personal power sources. What if darkness doesn't have to drain you? What if it could be a catalyst for a shift, a transformation, growth? You know, it's a growth towards enlightenment, towards our ascension, or whatever you're looking for. Maybe growth in your career, growth in your finances, prosperity, abundance, whatever growth. Personal growth, though, is what I really want to focus on. There's so much. But I do recognize and notice, like I said, that so many people are feeling lonely, isolated, angry. So we would like to give you guys some tips today as to the things that you could do during the holidays to feel joyous again. And then we have a wonderful process by Tara that she'll be doing some sound healing for us today to bring us into that high frequency vibration and bring those happy hormones in. And so please do stay tuned till the end. If you're watching the replay or listening to the replay, please know that the frequencies and the vibrations and healing will also be infused within that. But I don't know if any of you guys would like to share as to what you've noticed, any other emotions, like you've been working with your clients. Is there anything specific that comes up for you? Because these are some of the, that ungroundedness, feeling like you're not here, like you're lost in the ethers. Like I noticed that that's coming up, but the number one thing is loneliness. Have you guys discovered anything else that that's coming up?
I think it's the big fear of the unknown. This is an unprecedented time in our world, not just our country, but our world. And I think there's just people are totally on edge because we just don't really know what our future looks like, what next year looks like, let alone what 5 years looks like. Because for our family, we haven't been able to plan like our typical vacations that we do, meeting our grandparents. And so, or even a summer camping trip like we wanted to do last year that we ended up having to cancel at the last minute.
You're right.
And
There's no plans, right?
there
That
is
feels
no plan.
uncomfortable. That actually feels very uncomfortable for
It
people.
does. And I think this last year we canceled more plane tickets than we've ever done in my entire life. It's like, okay, well, let's plan this, get the plane tickets. Oh, nope, we're canceling that. You know, that's just crazy, because usually when we make a plan and we stick to it. And so it's just that feeling of like, you know, can we make a plan? Can we go where we want to go? And it's just, so it's uneasy. It's an uneasy feeling.
It is, and that's what we want to do to help make it easier. You know, what do you do to make it easier, Katie? Because I travel a lot too. I mean, usually in the summer, we are only home 4 weeks. That's it, the whole summer. And so this summer was very unusual for us.
Mhm.
And I think that's why when Diwali came, I was just like, I want to go somewhere, like mainly to go see my brother or my mom and dad. I don't really care. I just want to go and see them, you know? And there was that sense of desperation, which was, I've never felt such an intensity of that before. And so, you know, yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts as to how you ease that.
Well, for us this year, we kind of saw the writing on the wall and decided to kind of stay home and just do things around here. And we ended up getting a brand new puppy
Huh?
in March and two new kitties. And it was the perfect time to be home with them and to be with them and watch them grow. And it was great because the kitties and the puppies love each other now because they grew up
That's
grew up together.
awesome.
But just to get out and go for walks in nature and just making the best of what you have around you and your surroundings.
Yep. And I agree. I think we have to make that choice, right? Shift our mindset. That's
Mhm.
going to be really important. So thanks for sharing that. Dana or Tara, would you like to share what you've experienced within your clients? Like what's coming up for them? What's the biggest thing? And then how can we shift our mindset and find that joy right now?
So a lot of fear, anxiety, worry. You know, there's a lot of worry. You see businesses going under, and so it just keeps compounding. They're talking about restaurants closing, and a lot of people are struggling with, especially the empathic types. About, oh, I need to. What can I do? How many nights a week can I get takeout? It's just there's a lot of, and I know I feel this too. It's sort of like taking on that responsibility, but you know that's helpful because that's very helpful to restaurants and things, but it can overwhelm you, if you're empathic and you just take on all this worry. It is hard. There's a lot going on right now, and also I have my population, sorry, my demographic is having parents and in-laws in their 80s, and they're very isolated. And it's really, you know, it's hard. I've got several people that live with me, so have people around, but I do, my mother-in-law is just very concerned. And she lives locally, but it's one, so in the summer we were able to see her outside all the time, and I'm sure people similar stories, but winter is really becoming hard.
It is.
We've got months to go here. So lots of phone calls, and she spends time on the phone. um other I was chatting with my stepmother, and she's got and plays a lot of bridge. She's got online card games going. I mean, she's busy with that, and I thought, oh, how beautiful that we have the internet. So there is opportunity to connect through things like that. and create some semblance of normalcy. And so, a lot of reading books, binge watching, shows. I finally watched Downton Abbey. I'd never seen it. I don't know where I was 5 years ago. It's amazing. But so there's, it's things. I don't know, finding a good series that helps too. But I have seen the joy of like these bridge groups and things for people who are living alone and really don't, and so finding something like that, or creating a new hobby, or even taking a class online. Anybody could do that and just kind of engage your brain and give you something to kind of, get into.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, because we sometimes forget that we do have grandparents that are by themselves, and they've been by themselves since March, because there are so many people that do, families that live far away. Like my parents live in Kentucky, my brother lives in Atlanta. All of my family, the rest of my family lives in New Jersey, and they're just all over the place. But this is the time that we really do need to make sure that we do our part today. We do our part and our responsibility of taking care of the elderly, and really just calling them each and every day. I think that's so important, because they're probably not really talking to anybody, especially if they don't have any friends. And so it is so important. And you have FaceTime, you have Duo, you have WhatsApp. I mean, there's, like Dana mentioned, all this technology available. Let's utilize it and be of service. If you want to be of service to anybody, right now it's the time to be of service to the elderly. Um, it's unfortunate. And today, when we do the sound healing, we definitely want to send out our love and intention for them, especially. So, Tara, is there anything that you'd like to share as well before we get into the process today?
Yes, I would like to share. This year we have decided to homeschool my two sons, and I contacted the nursing home and got some pen pals for the boys, so they could write and write letters and interact with some of the elderly that can't get out or don't have family coming to visit. So that has been kind of fun, sending and watching letters come and go from my boys to these older gentlemen who don't have anybody who's coming to visit.
That's a
So
great
that kind
idea.
of,
I
yeah,
love that idea.
Yeah.
yeah, yes. It has been kind of fun. At first, my boys are like, they're gonna die. We don't want to write to old people that are gonna die. And I'm like, but you're their last hope. So we decided that we would give it a try, and now they have like things in common. Like the one guy likes the Twins here in Minnesota, and my boys think that the Twins is a baseball team. So they're got things in common, and it's cute to see it go back and forth. They only write a few lines each way, and we're hoping after quarantine or after the pandemic, we could go and actually meet the men that they're writing to.
That's awesome. That's really
Yeah. A tip I have that I teach in my class on Wednesday nights is before you go to bed, I ask you to do a brain drain, and you write down everything that has been on your mind, because what you're writing down has been there for days, and that way it gets it off your mind, has some place to go, and then you can rest peacefully.
I love it. A brain drain. That's awesome.
A brain drain. Yes.
That is
Yes.
awesome.
So like the first 5 minutes of class, I hand everybody paper and pencil and ask them to place everything that's stuck in their brain, good, bad, and other, whatever's there. And then that way, when we start the bowls, then all of that is already gone and they can just relax. And it also helps for meditation, because you don't keep thinking about everything that's on your mind. If you've already got it on paper, you have time to just relax.
Exactly. Awesome. Awesome. So, I think one of the things that we forget, and I was talking to one of my clients yesterday, is that our brain thinks that this is happening forever just because it's happened for so long, right? So it's almost like this program, this subconscious program within our nervous system and within that part of the nervous system, our brain, that this is forever because it feels like forever. And you probably hear people around you going like, God, this is taking forever, or this is forever. And that word forever has gotten stuck in our minds. And so I want to delete that for you today. So let's delete forever. Right now, let's delete that. All right, beautiful. So our minds want us to think things, right? Certain things. But we have to reset that mind chattering. And once you tell yourself that this is short term, and what I need to do is be responsible. And the way I'm responsible is is by taking the right actions that I need to take. You know, not only for myself but for others, right? And it's all temporary. So maybe if we get that frequency of temporary coming through for each and every one of you, that's going to make your mind and body and your nervous system just relax a lot more than the other energy that we just deleted. So it's very important to take care of our mental health. And Tara, thank you for sharing that mind drain. I love that. And so practice that as well during these times of especially decreased social interactions. Um, you know, I told my in-laws, I said, you know, because they're feeling that cabin fever because we don't let them go anywhere. So I'm like, just get in the car and just go for a drive up and down the road as many times as you want. Just, you know, go for a drive, put the windows down. And that's all they need sometimes, you know, because you want the sun and the sun feels good. If you can't go for a walk because, of course, it's too cold, then, you know, go for a drive and just crack the windows. It's a great way to get some fresh air as well as get some sun. And definitely keep a schedule, right? If you don't keep your schedule and you're sleeping until late or staying up late, it will mess things up for you because what it does is it creates an imbalance of hormones within the brain. And so then everything is just off. And then you're not feeling so great. Your sleep cycle's off. You feel more fatigue. It just throws everything off. So don't forget to keep a schedule and stay active. And like Dana mentioned, do some activities online. And guys, did you know that there's also volunteer opportunities online? I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, wow, there's actually volunteer opportunities. So if you guys are looking for any volunteer opportunities, just look it up. There's many of them out there. And of course, we want to practice self-compassion. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Hi, just sneaked in between some clients. I wanted to say hi and see how it's going with everybody.
Yeah, we were just sharing some things that people could do. And, you know, just because a lot of people want to feel joy, and it's kind of difficult with the pandemic going on and the holidays right here in our faces. And so, if you have any quick tips that you want to share before we get into Tara's process, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably have to go before then. But, you know, like I think you said, Dana said, my daughters Zoom every Sunday night with their cousins and, you know, grandmas and stuff, and they play games. And that seems to, you know, seem closer than just the telephone, you know. And I've been hearing really loud and clear during this, you know, really low time. It's really about doing self-care. I keep hearing it loud and loud and loud to take this time. You know, it's like a process you go through. Oh, we're not having Christmas. Oh, you know, and I have parents that this may be their very last Christmas. And, you know, I'm not going to be there, but I just have to really, you know, put things in perspective and, you know, send as much love as I can. And it's the whole thing. It's like, you know, first you're sad, then you're angry. It's like that whole death process, you know, how you're going through. And then finally I surrendered, you know, and I said, okay, I need to make the best of what I can. And I really started self-reflecting, right? And there's just so much stuff that I need to get rid of to move into the new, right? And
Yeah.
it's really important, especially after yesterday, the solstice. I was out there talking away up there what I want to get rid of, what my new dreams are. And I strongly suggest that everybody do that, because whether you want to change or not, it's happening. So you can either go with the flow, right? And just encourage and bring what you want. And I'm just really, like I said, going within and taking care of myself. I'm personally taking 2 weeks off. And, I'm going to work on me. And I strongly suggest that everybody do that. And just really, what is the truth? What do you really need? What is really important in your life? Just really, like I said, just going within. I just can't stress it enough. And my clients, it's just been crazy, all the stuff that they're coming up. And it's like, as I say, it's all coming up in your chili. What you haven't addressed, you need to, it's showing you. And so my tip is self-care. Really listen to what's coming up to you. What are you resisting? What resists persists, that whole thing. And I'm just sending white light and praying for the whole world, coming through. And I really feel good about some things that are coming up.
Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for being here, Michelle. We're going to have
Yeah.
Tara talk a little bit about her process and go into her process for the few minutes that we have. So, thank you, Tara, for doing this for us. And let's go ahead and go in. And I'm just going to mute myself so there's no background noise.
Okay. I have with me today are my crystal singing bowls. I'm going to play them. The first thing we're going to do is take some time and just to breathe. Anything that's coming up in your mind, I know we don't have paper and a pencil to write this all down. We're just going to imagine we're writing it down. Just let it go. As the bowls play, let any emotions, any anxieties, worry, anything that is coming up for you, just allow it to be released. Thank it for coming to the surface and allow it to go. I'm going to play for a few minutes and you'll just hear the sound. And it's okay to close your eyes and sit back and relax. And I have a triangle that will let it all go and be released. And you can come back and open your eyes. Take a few cleansing breaths in. And feel the change in your body. I'm hoping you felt the nice shift in energy and have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much, Tara. That was wonderful, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please do share with us. If you are here on Facebook or YouTube or listening to the podcast, if you would like to share with us what you're sensing, feeling, do so, please. We'd love to hear from you. Um, so thank you, Tara. Appreciate it. Also, I just want to remind all of our viewers and listeners that be sure to check out the Christmas sale that's coming up on the MP3s, on demand healing, and other healing sessions starting December 23rd. I have posted it here in this link, so under this post, and you could check that out. And also, Dana, Tara, and Katie are also available for sessions if you would like energy healing sessions. There is a link for that as well. You can also catch my latest YouTube videos and my podcast on anandaforlife.com. That's ANANDA, the number 4, life.com. We want to wish everyone a wonderful and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Wherever you are in the world, we wish you light, laughter, love, and joy. And thank you so much for making this beautiful year a wonderful year and allowing us to be on your journey, your healing journey, your life's journey. And we can't wait for the new year to serve you. So thank you so much for joining us here today. Lots of love and light. Thank you so much. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.